Ukraine's war against the invading Russia is becoming more and more brutal every day. Fierce fighting on the front lines, thousands of destroyed vehicles, and hundreds of thousands of lost human lives are the reality of the war that Kremlin dictator Putin started to satisfy his imperial ambitions to seize Ukrainian land. For Putin, the Russian military is just a number, a consumable material. They must understand that they are invaders on Ukrainian land, and the Ukrainian military will do everything to destroy them and defend their land and freedom. Today I will show you real battles to destroy the Russian invaders and their equipment. I'm Hustler. Let's get started. The city of Novohrodivka in the Donetsk region. An infantry fighting vehicle with Russian troops moving across the shelled field began to maneuver strangely. Perhaps the Russians thought that Ukrainian artillery would be practicing on them. But they were mistaken. A Ukrainian kamikaze drone was hunting them. After the drone attack, the Russians began to run away from the infantry fighting vehicle as a whole brigade. The immobile armored vehicle became a target for the Ukrainian military and was destroyed. Kharkiv region, a Russian T-62M tank, or as it is also called by the Ukrainian military, tank-sarai, with an anti-mine roller in front. It was destroyed by the Ukrainian military with Stugna or Javelin. The first shot immobilized the tank, then another, and the tank was completely destroyed. Here, two Ukrainian assault aircraft attack Russian positions. Having burst into the trenches of the occupiers, they begin to shoot at Russian dugouts and throw grenades. The video shows that the Russians have dug deep holes, and a Russian soldier may be sitting in each of them. This poses an additional danger.
Хорош! Давай, давай! Русские, вы здесь? Граната!
In general, the work of stormtroopers is very dangerous and difficult on the front line. In addition to the fact that the battle is being fought from the front line, there is a threat of being blown up by a mine or attacked by drones. At this point, the Ukrainian stormtrooper spotted the Russian and shouted loudly at him to stop resisting and surrender.
Давай, руки вгору, выходи! Давай, выходи!
The Russian occupier surrenders.
Быстро выходи! Да нет, пока не трожь, ствол где? Быстро сюда! Быстрее! Быстро! Сюда, быстро! Сука! Бегом! Быстро сюда в блиндаж! Бегом! 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 Еще что есть в карманах? Рацию сюда! Сколько вас?
The Ukrainian military asked how many there were, and the Russian replied that he was the only one. The operation was successful completed, and the prisoner was sent to Ukrainian territory. Kharkiv direction. The Russian occupants are driving an armored personnel carrier along the very road that was mined by the Ukrainian military. They are being watched from the air. The armored personnel carrier hits mines and explodes. The surviving Russian occupiers got out of the blown-up armored vehicle, but they were also unlucky, as a Ukrainian drone began dropping bombs on them. Here, Ukrainian air reconnaissance detects 4 Russian anti-aircraft missile systems, 2 SA-17 Grizzly and 2 more SA-13 Gopher. The anti-aircraft missile systems are moving to firing positions. The Ukrainian drone also notices the work of Russian air defense. The drone operator selects one target and strikes. The impact ignites the missile launcher, and after a while, all the missiles catch fire. The driver of the vehicle continues to drive the burning vehicle as a ghostly rider. But after a while, the vehicle stops. The destruction was successful. A Ukrainian drone operator in search of Russian soldiers finds a Russian armored personnel carrier. It is also a good target, and he destroys it. One more Russian armored vehicle, and one more destruction. Ukrainian soldiers often destroy abandoned Russian tanks. These tanks are abandoned by the Russians because they are running out of fuel. If this tank is not destroyed, the occupiers will be able to refuel it and use it further. Usually they are located somewhere in the forest belt near the abandoned vehicles. That's why Ukrainian kamikaze drone operators destroy these tanks rather than try to take them for themselves. Russians also often use civilian vehicles for logistics, transportation of weapons and ammunition. This is also a good target for Ukrainians. Thank you, friends. That's all for today. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with the latest developments. This video was produced by Hustler. See you soon.